All right, welcome everyone to your Seawolf information session on campus safety. Today we are joined by some officers from the campus resource team who are going to tell us a whole bunch of wonderful information about campus safety here at Stony Brook. So with that, I'll pass it over to them.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joe. This is Jared. We are with the University Police Department here at Stony Brook University. And just to give you a brief overview of what we do here on campus for the students, faculty, staff, we are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are a full functioning police department. We have police officers, we have lieutenants, and we go right up the rank to chiefs, assistant chiefs, and so forth. We patrol the campus 24/7. We patrol with vehicles by foot, other ways as well. We are here for you at all times. And as we get through the presentation, we'll give you our phone number and other important information. I'm going to pass it over to Jared, who's going to speak about some different tools that the university has, and then we'll go from there.
So one of the safety features we have here on campus is actually a free app the university provides everyone who goes to school here or works here. It's called Rave Guardian. It's in your app store if you have an iPhone or an Android phone. It's under the name RAVE Guardian. The symbol is a blue and white shield. I would encourage everyone here to download it. So the way the system works is once you do download this app, you set up a profile page. You put your picture there, class schedule, work schedule, whatever information you would want emergency services to know about you if we're responding to an emergency involving you, health concerns, allergies, whatever it may be. So let's say you're walking on campus late one night, someone's following you, you get a bit nervous. You reach for your phone to call the police, but you do not have our police number preset in your phone. That's okay. You have this app on your phone. All you would need to do is open up the app and then press the emergency button on that app. Once you press that emergency button, that phone call will go into our police dispatcher located here on campus. On our dispatcher's main computer screen will pop up the profile page you made. So now we know what you look like. We have all the info you listed about yourself. The app is also GPS enabled. So a map of our campus pops up, and now you become a blinking blue dot on our computer map of campus, so we know exactly where you are. We assume you're in trouble because you pressed that emergency button. Our dispatcher will then dispatch all the police officers working here to that blinking blue dot, which is you, to help you out. Let's say someone grabs you, puts you into their vehicle, and then drives you off campus against your will. As long as you press that emergency button on that app, we'll follow that blinking blue car anywhere in the world that it goes and be able to coordinate with other police agencies to get you back here safely. So it's an excellent tool. We encourage everyone to download it. Joe and I have it on our phones just in case. Again, it's called Rave Guardian. It's in your app store. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone, under the name Rave Guardian, RAVE Guardian, the symbol is a blue and white shield. Also, when there is an emergency here on campus, we have something called SB Alert. So when you come here to campus, we sign you up for this service, SB Alert. So in the event there's any emergency, what if there's a fire somewhere on campus? We want you to steer clear of that area. What if there's inclement weather, a blizzard, a snowstorm, and school is going to be canceled or delayed? What if there is an active shooter here on campus? How will we notify you, the campus community, of this event? By using this SB Alert system. So in the event of any emergency, we'll provide you with an email, a text message, or sometimes a voicemail to your phone apprising you of what's going on and what you need to do. Also, in all dormitories and all academic buildings, we have big screen TVs. Our department can take those TVs over and post messages on them for you, telling you what's going on and what you need to do in this emergency event. We also have something called voice-capable fire alarms. So our police dispatcher here on campus can speak to you through the fire alarm system. So if we send out that initial SB alert and you're away from your phone and don't get it right away, that's okay because we can tell you what's going on and what you need to do using that voice-capable fire alarm system. We can also utilize some of the social media that we're a part of, Facebook, X, Instagram. We'll also update those platforms in the event that there is an emergency. So we have a lot of safety features here on campus for you and your students to either download or just be aware of.
All right, so the main thing all students, faculty, and staff should be aware of is our phone number. So our phone number from your cell phone, you must use your cell phone, dial 631-632-3333. That's for any police, fire, or medical emergency. All right, 631-632-3333 from your cell phone. You can reach our police department. We have our own fire department, and we have our own volunteer ambulance here. So that number will get all three services. If you're using a campus phone, which may be a hardwired phone, or maybe a phone mounted to a wall, you can dial 333 or 911 from a campus phone. If you dial 911 from a cell phone, you're going to reach Suffolk County Police. And in that case, they won't respond here. They'll tell you to either hang up and redial us, or they'll transfer the call to us, which will cause a delay in time. So we never want to delay when we want a police response or a fire response or a medical response. So in your cell phones, you should program 631-632-3333. Also, we offer many free classes on campus, safety classes for the faculty, staff, and students. We do CPR training, which is a free certification. We do first aid. We do self-defense. We do stop the bleed. We do numerous classes, which are all listed on our website. They're free to all faculty, staff, and students, and they're very helpful and should be attended if you like. We also do active shooter training as well, and none of these trainings are mandated, but they're all free, and you should volunteer to take them. We have numerous cameras on campus, probably 3,000 to 4,000 cameras throughout the campus, everywhere except for dorms and private areas such as bathrooms. So it is a very safe place. The cameras are here. They're recorded. We have other services on campus such as RSP, which is a residential safety patrol, which is done by paid students, and they work with our department to go around campus, check for any prop doors, any suspicious activity, and they have a direct link to us, and they call us if there's a problem.
They also run they also run a walk service. So again, let's say it's late at night and you're afraid to walk back to your dorm. Let's say you're at a friend's house, maybe you're studying at the library. A number you can call is 632-WALK, 632-WALK, and RSP, the students that Joe was mentioning before, can, maybe 2 or 3 of them can meet up with your student and walk them safely back to where they need to go. There's also a 632 RIDE service, 632 RID. That's the number you would call. Again, if you're a little trepidation about walking on campus late at night, you're a little scared for your safety, you can dial 632 RIDE, and a police officer can pick you up and ride you where you need to go.
Yeah, so once again, everyone should have our number in their phones. The best thing is that we're here is you have police right on the campus. So if there is an emergency, 631-632-3333. We're right here on campus, and it's a good thing that we're here. So any questions for us, Dylan, or?
Sure. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so I'll give everyone on the call a little bit of time if you want to submit some Q&A questions via the Zoom webinar. If you're not familiar with that function, on the bottom tab, you'll see a button that says Q&A. You can submit a question either anonymously or with your name attached for our friends with UPD to answer. In the meantime, while we give them just a little bit more time to submit or think through some of those questions, I know you guys also talk a lot about students coming to campus, new place, new environment for the first time, bicycle safety and car safety on campus. If you have any kind of tips, tricks, or thoughts on some things students should keep in mind as they're coming here to navigate campus as well.
Yeah, so the campus is very busy. So anyone who's driving, walking, biking on campus should be very careful. We have like many people here a day on campus. It's very busy. I would suggest that if you are a driver on campus, just be aware of the speed limits. We have a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit, a 15-mile-per-hour speed limit, and a 5-mile-per-hour speed limit. So please be advised, in different areas, the speed limits are different, and we do ask you to follow the rules of the road. Please yield for any pedestrians in the crosswalk. Follow any stop signs on campus, any red lights on campus. Any rules that pertain off campus pertain on campus. If you're walking on campus, we suggest you use sidewalks. Never walk in the street. Always use the crosswalks, and always pay attention while crossing the street because people are distracted driving and walking. If you're biking on campus as well, please wear maybe some bright colors, maybe have some reflectors on your bike or on your clothing, just so you're seen at night. And this way there's no emergencies as far as people not seeing you in the roadway, or maybe using the crosswalk, wherever it may be. Walkers as well, when you're walking at night, try to wear some kind of reflective clothing, lighter clothing, just so drivers can see you and you are aware of what's happening.
Thanks, guys. So there was one question about RSP ride. Are students charged for requesting that ride? I don't believe so, or the walk service, correct?
No, there's no charge to students. Whatever service that the police department offers the campus community, everything is free of charge.
So no charge on any of those RSP walk services, and feel free, again, like they mentioned, 632 walk or 632 ride to utilize either of those. Looks like that was the only question at the moment. So I'll give it one more from us, and then I'll give you guys a couple minutes if you do have questions in the chat to get those into the Q&A session. This will be recorded and posted to the Orientation and Transition Programs YouTube channel. So if you do want to go back and review anything, you can certainly do so there. But also feel free to reach out to us at any time with any more questions you may have. Happy to get you connected either to an answer or someone with an answer. So something else you guys present on a lot, when students are victims of a specific crime, how they can get in touch with either you all to report that, or maybe some channels that they should be utilizing in a way to navigate through some of those difficulties. If you want to address maybe what are some of the ways students can take advantage of those services.
Yeah, so obviously any crime on campus that you're a victim of, we want you to call the police department, and you have our phone numbers. There's many offices and agencies on the campus which can help you depending on your circumstances or the situation you're in. We have CPO, which is on campus. They handle any kind of drug or alcohol situations. Obviously, University Police. There's so many resources depending on what your situation is. So, and we all work together. So if you use one resource, the other resource is usually notified. We all work together to help the students out. So, it all depends on what your situation is. But University Police, for any crime that you're involved with, we always want you to report it. Anytime you feel uncomfortable, you call the police department, and it's our job to handle it, and not yours. And you have our phone numbers, and that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. Looks like maybe one more question. And then again, if anyone does have any more questions, feel free. You do have the time to submit them. But if there are no more questions, we will close out, and you can feel free to reach out with any more. But the question is, how safe should the parents feel allowing their kids to work late into the evenings and night on campus at Stony Brook? Should we request them to be back home by a certain time?
I mean, the campus is pretty safe. There's so many safety mechanisms that are here. We have a well-lit campus, lighting everywhere. We have the SB Alert and the SB Guardian. So if there is a situation going on, we will alert you. And if you're in a situation and you need the police department, you have your SB Guardian app right on your phone. You can notify us. We have the Residential Safety Patrol who will walk or drive you.
And we're here on campus 24/7. There's those police officers patrolling around campus all the time, day and night.
Many cameras. The surrounding areas are beautiful. We think it's a very safe area. Obviously it's always up to the student or parent, whatever the time restrictions they have. But as far as safety goes, cameras, lighting, the police are here 24/7 with the security agency walking around, RSP. It is a safe place, and you have the SB Guardian right on your phone. You can always notify the police with the press of one button if you feel like something is wrong.
It's a very, very safe place.
Yeah, and as someone who works in a department on Stony Brook who employs a whole bunch of student employees, we have students that work all throughout different various hours of the day, setting up events early in the morning and breaking them down late at night, and have not run into any issues of any student safety. But again, definitely take advantage of a lot of those resources. Yes, so for anyone joining now, if you did join late, we will be posting the session to the Orientation and Transition Programs YouTube channel, so you can take a look and rewatch the entire session there. After you do so, if you have any more questions of your own, feel free to reach out to the Orientation Office email that you can find on our website, or UPD directly if you have any questions for them. Let's see, looks like we maybe have one more question. Regarding students who have dealt with law enforcement in the past on campus, are there any steps that the university takes to help ensure student safety after specific events on campus where students may have interacted with law enforcement in the past?
I don't quite understand the question.
So can you restate the question?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand the entire
Gotcha,
question.
no problem. Students who have dealt with looks like the specific question is involving a specific individual, so I don't want to get too specific. But students who have dealt with law enforcement being arrested potentially or having specific interactions, the question is about how moving forward we're able to ensure student safety and awareness of specific crimes. I know that's pretty general. I don't want to give away too much of like the specific, sorry.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what they're asking. Generally, the law enforcement and the university are kind of two separate entities. Everyone here is an adult. The university will deal with the situation the way they want to, and the law enforcement aspect will deal with the law enforcement part of it. They do work together, but it all depends on the situation. I don't really understand what they're asking.
No.
Gotcha. And then again, yes, all the orientation videos. So any Seawolf information session, that's what these are all listed as, whether it's safety or finances or commuting to campus, residing on campus sessions, those will be posted as they happen on the Stony Brook University orientation YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for those. Wait till they happen, obviously, and then they'll be posted after they are recorded. I'll give it a couple more minutes. If anyone does have any more questions, feel free to drop those in the Q&A. Otherwise, we will close out and be in touch if anybody needs anything.
Thank you.
Awesome. Looks like that's it. All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Joe and
you.
Jared. We really appreciate
got
the
it.
time. If anybody needs anything, you know where to find us, and have a great rest of your day.
All right, you got it. Thanks, Dylan.